Hey Libra, it's Viv. Welcome to your week ahead reading for the 30th of July through to the 5th of August 2018. I'm using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot, and it's an 8-card spread, so one card which is the overall energy for the week and then one card for each day of the week, Monday through Sunday. So let's dive straight in and kick off with the 8 of Wands, which is the central energy for the week, and this indicates something moving forward very quickly. It could indicate communication coming in, the receiving of news that has a positive influence, or news that's been long awaited. It could also indicate travel and air travel in particular, or things taking off. It's movement and communication, so things moving forward and moving forward quite quickly, things taking off quite quickly. As we start the week, I was hesitating because I was looking at the star card, which is at the top of the reading. As we start the week, it feels like there's a bit of distraction here, possibly a bit of indecision. It feels like a situation that has you tied up. There's a bit of not knowing what to do about it, and so there's certainly not looking at it and distracting yourself with something else as well. It feels like, in order for things to move forward, it feels like you know that sometimes you have to take your mind off things, that there is a time and a place to problem solve, and sometimes nearly always, I think, actually not sometimes, the solutions to problems occur to you when you're not doing like very hard thinking about the problem. So when you've taken your mind off things and you're doing something completely different, spending time with loved ones, or you've gone out for a walk in nature, you're doing something entirely different to the day to day, that when you've taken your mind off things, that something occurs to you that helps to move a situation forward. So that it feels like you're not away with the fairies exactly, that you have this situation in mind, but it feels like you're taking time off from it, you're taking a break from it, you're not thinking about it on purpose, knowing somewhere in the back of your mind that something will occur to you. And I think it does. It's not immediately obvious. The moon card is telling me that you have a spark of an idea, and it's something that could really make a difference. It's something that could really help to move this situation forward. But it's like an inkling. It's like something that it's not like a clear bolt out of the blue. It's like a seed of an idea, and you don't have the full details yet. It's not revealed itself fully to you yet, but it's there to come out into the daylight. But it has the potential. You can see there is enough light sort of being shed by the moon's brightness here. You can see that there's potential that it could make a difference, that it could have a really positive impact on things taking off and moving forward. As we move through the week, we have the 3 of Cups, and it feels like a couple of things. It feels like a continuation of this sort of playful, not taking things too seriously, knowing that creative solutions come from this playful kind of state of mind. It feels like the idea or ideas that you've been having, this almost feels like three options. You've kind of, you've been playing about with things, you've been thinking about things, you've come up with a few different things, and there's like three possible options. That's what this feels like. And so the rest of the week seems like it's devoted to kind of playing with these options and working out which one's going to be the best to run with in order for things to take off and move forward. As we move through to Thursday, we've got the Five of Cups, and with the influence of the Eight of Wands here, this feels like options are being whittled down. It feels like things are being left to one side. It's like, there's been consideration. You've kind of toyed with the idea and kind of explored the ins and outs, the pros, the cons, and you've worked out, actually no, that's not going to work for that reason, that's not going to work for that reason, that's not going to work for that, really wasn't a very good idea at all, I was just messing about when I came up with that. And so it feels like some of the options have been left aside and you're running with these two options. So it feels like a narrowing down, a whittling down. So it's gone from 3 to 2, and those are the two that you're running with and that you're taking away. Now, as we move through to Friday, we have the Page of Swords. So it feels like, whoa, all of a sudden, oh right, okay, this is the one that we're running with. This is the one that we're going for. I don't know. Are we? Is this right? Are we prepared for this? Can we deal with this? Because all of a sudden, this feels like it's going to move forward in a big way. And there's a feeling of enthusiasm with this. There's a feeling of creativity with this. But there's also a feeling of being a little bit sort of under-preparedness, and it feels like this idea needs a bit more thinking about it, needs a bit more organisation, a bit more planning, in order for it to have the effect that you're looking for, and for it to take off and head in the direction that you want it to go. The Star card is at the top of the reading here. This is Saturday's card, and this feels like you've chosen to go with this option, and this is what you're focusing your attentions on now. So this is what you believe to be the right course of action. You know that it's going to take time. It feels like that you've come up with this idea, and you've been, this creativity has occurred to you after a period of, it feels like there's been a bit of a dry period. It feels like you've not known what to do for a long time, and now all of a sudden it's like, the influences of this week have combined, and you've come up with this idea, and it's like, right, this is where we're headed, I'm fully behind this, this is what we're going to do, and this has the potential to work out exactly how you want, exactly how you expect, and maybe even better than you expect. So by the time we get to the end of the week, we've got the Fool card here, so you're ready to run with this. You're ready to move forward with this, and literally for it to take off. And there is absolutely no reason why, I'm not seeing any reason why, there's no obstacle here, and there's nothing that's getting in your way. at all, so there's no reason why this shouldn't take off. So it feels like the risk is worth taking. The card at the bottom of the read is the Emperor, and this is a card of power. It's like a father figure, but that doesn't feel right for this read. It feels more like potential power, potency. It feels like you know, if you run with this idea that there's lots of power behind it, that you know, obviously there's the belief there, but now there needs to be the passion behind it as well, and the you know, enthusiasm, and the power, the stamina, the strength to see it through. And because this is such a potent, powerful card, there's no reason why this shouldn't be a successful venture, why it shouldn't turn out really, really well. So there we go, Libra. Those are your messages for this week. I hope you found them useful. I'm recording the monthly videos at the moment, so I hope to get those up soon for August. In the meantime, I'll be back again with another weekly read next time. So until then, thanks very much for tuning in, and take care.